Hello, my dear viewers. So, yes, I got bunny ears on because this is a time of fertility. This is the Easterish season, and I feel like the people watching my videos right now really want to get up on that money. It's the year of the fire horse. Everyone wants to go full force, full momentum into something that they've been thinking about for a long time, that they want to take it to the next level and really just make a lot of money. And these are spiritual people, and you know that money is energy, and there's some sort of like block in people's brains that prevents them from making the money that they want. And you also are more and more just like coming to accept without any emotion the reality that the universe is not moral. Okay, there's dudes in India breaking rocks, breaking sandstone, getting diseased, dying at a young age, leaving widows and children behind who are also smashing rocks, smaller rocks, and putting and dragging them around all day, and being charged 70% interest on some loans to pay for medical bills when the father of the house dies. And they're doing work that actually is essential to the upkeep of society, and yet they have nothing. They have nothing, right? And then you have people like me sitting here in bunny ears talking to a camera. You don't even want to know how much money I make doing this, even though my channel isn't big. You don't even want to know. You don't even want to know. So, and I mean, my regular job, I just translate stuff. I translate Japanese financial documents to English, and yeah, in the comfort of my own home, freelance, and that's like mega easy and makes a lot of money. People who are installing your, you know, the building blocks of society, they don't make that much money, and we need them. So there's no morality here, and you're realizing, you know, there was this sort of disgust at that before, and that was blocking your money flow. This disgust at the way things are, and this kind of determination to be part of the solution of that. You feel like, oh, I'm not part of the solution of this world that we live in, and you are starting to realize that you don't have to be any sort of solution. You can just get your money. That's fine. And actually, there's nothing wrong with it. It's actually what God wants you to do, is to just be free, to be yourself, and get paid to just exist. When you're doing stuff that you really like, it feels like you're being paid to breathe. You're being paid to fulfill this like movie script of a life that you already love, and the universe is just paying you through people, and it's always through people. And that's how it feels, and that's how it has been feeling, and you know that it will feel, and you always know, have always known that you always were that kind of person who will end up just being paid to breathe like a kind of celebrity, and having the skills to use your free time, or have a lot of free time to use exactly the way you want to. And I felt I do weird rituals and tap into whatever, maybe demonic forces, who knows, to get messages. And my message that I got is that anyone watching this video is someone who is like on the track this year to making ridiculous amounts of money that they never made in their whole lives before. Like, even if you're doing pretty well already, by the end of this year, And this year, I mean more like actual year, like from I'm shooting this in the spring, next spring, or from whenever you're watching the video to the next, like 1 year's time, you are going to not even recognize the life that you're living anymore. It's going to be so easy. There's not going to be any hustling involved. It'll just be you realizing that you can self actualize unapologetically, and the universe will pay you to do this. That's actually seems like bullshit, and you will find out very quickly that it's true. And you wonder, why are people always praying to fertility gods to get the crops and to get the babies and to get this and that? And what is it with spring and everything coming back to life? And what does that have to do with me? Well, even if you just clicked on this video to see a sexy bunny girl, or maybe you're a girl and you just like the outfit or whatever, this is a sign. You have to take it as a sign that the universe is trying to tell you that this is your year to just go for it. Go for what? Go for doing exactly what you want to do all the time, and taking bold moves in the direction of not caring what anyone thinks about you ever again, and just calmly and politely explaining what your wants and needs. Just your wants and needs. And those people who accept it will accept it. And those who don't, you have this aura of protection around you right now. So that those who are not for you will be quickly shown to be against you and be repelled from you. You won't even have to be the one taking inventory, getting down to the bottom of things, looking in behind the lines of between of what people are saying to find out if they're going to be loyal or not, and all this exhausting, ridiculous stuff. No, you are on God's time right now. You're about to get on God's payroll, because you will realize deeply that nobody is paying you. God is paying you. God has always been the one paying you, and it has been up to you to decide to receive what God has been trying to give you. And right now, you might feel a little bit dizzy and tingly and ready to let this sink deep into your brain, that God is ready to pay you just to breathe. God is ready to pay you just to exist. God is ready to pay you just to be you. In the same way that a mother provides her milk for a baby, in the same way that a father puts bread on the table, your God will come stacked with everything you want, and all you have to do is be that baby with that open mouth, ready to receive. And how you do that, how you become like a baby, is to stop all the pretense of you being God, of you being the one to fix this broken society. That was never your job. You can't get on God's payroll if you're trying to do God's job for Him. That's an insult. You do your job, which is being a happy, giggly baby and following your joy and spreading the joy through your joy. And you might think back about those Indians in India who are breaking the sandstones, breaking their bodies to break the sandstones. And I watched a video about these people And, they just seem like the salt of the earth. They're just like the best people that you could find. They're just simple. They love each other. They work hard. They get taken advantage of. The wife, I remember one of the wives saying, my husband was like God to me. Like, that's the purity of these Indian trad wives in these sandstone mines, right? There's no morality about the flow of money at all. At all. Being a good person won't get you anything. Being a bad person won't get you anything either. That's what people don't understand. It's not being bad that gets you money. Plenty of people tried to be bad to get money, and where did they end up? In the slammer. Unable to make real money for the rest of their lives. So it's not just a simple function of X equals Y. There are rules to this. You have to love money for money to love you. And a lot of people don't understand what that really means. But right now, the understanding has already been implanted in you. You don't have to think about it. You don't have to feel bad about it or good about it. It's the fact of truly, deeply, not even caring whether you get something or not, because you know that what you want is just a feeling. It's just the feelings of what having it will give you. And so you skip the middleman and you give yourself money. Whatever money means to you, you give it to yourself, and then the universe gives it to you. That is the law. There's nothing moral about that, but that is a law. There are laws to the universe, and it is not random, okay? Although we cannot control what happens to us entirely, we can control every move that we make. And you've been realizing that your mistakes in the past have been making moves from a state of not believing in the moves you are making. Making moves while your brain is not connected to God, but is connected to this interference, which tries to make you stumble just so that it can laugh at you for the stumbling that they made you do in the first place. When they literally trip you up in the literal sense of the word on the spiritual plane. It's like they stick their leg in front of you, you trip over it, and then they laugh at you as if it was your idea in the first place to fall on your face. And then if you say, hey, that was you doing that, how dare you? Then they say, no, I'm doing this for your own good because I'm teaching you how the world really works. So you get it implanted in your mind. Oh, this is how the world works. I get fucked over and I get laughed at. And other people who are not providing any value, they get to suck up all the resources while I get kicked to the side and I go deeper and deeper, struggling, working for nothing, not being appreciated. I'm just crossing that out. Reject it. That's not the truth. The truth of the matter is, you can just say no to these entities that are messing with you, because you know it's not you. You know that it's not you. If it was really you messing yourself up, then it would feel like you, and it doesn't feel like you. You'll say, oh, I know it's me because I only have myself to blame, because I'm the one doing the actions. But that's only true to the extent that you aren't taking the action of removing the interruptions. Like, now that you are capable of removing the interruptions, then you will naturally do that, and it'll be done for you by your unconscious mind after it is reprogrammed to not take responsibility for things that randomly happen to you anymore. Everyone gets attacked in real life and on the spiritual plane. And it's not your fault if you get attacked, but it is your fault if you continue to blame yourself for being attacked so that you never actually try to discover the truth. And the truth of the matter is that your money is going to get way bigger this year. Whether you reject this message or not, that's what's going to happen, and it's going to happen quickly. I know that I'm rambling in a very confused way, but the confusion is part of the process. This is a hypnosis video, and you are being hypnotized to become a high income individual. So thank you for listening, and goodbye. Money, 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 I'm a bunny. It's a rich man's world.